Hey guys, it's Simon here from Soccer Training Central. Just put together a few slides just to take you through the different soccer positions and thought I'd record a short video just to sort of walk you through them. So first of all, we're just going to start with defence. So there's two formations with defence. The first is where you've got three at the back. So you can see here you've got centre back, left back, and also right back. So as the name would suggest, they're sort of marking their own sort of specific area, if you like. The next formation is really what is a four at the back, and with this one here, if I can just get my my pen to work, the addition is really around the sweeper, and the sweeper's role is really to cover everything. So they're covering the left back, they're also covering the right back. So they need to be very good as far as their positional play, and really sort of working with the other backs here and making sure really sort of tidying up anything that might get through. Really important role to have in your team. The next positions is around midfield. So there's a few ways that this the midfield might be made up depending on what formation you're actually playing. So we've got here obviously just a three in the middle. So you've got a centre midfield, a left midfield, and also a right. Another way of playing it might be where you've got four in the middle. So which could either be shown this way. So you've got the two centre midfields side by side, or the other way is where the centre midfields are sort of, if you like, sort of stacked above each other. Now the way that this works really is that this midfielder here is really to support defence, so it's more of a holding role, if you like, whereas this one is more about sort of offensive or attacking, if you like. So this one is sort of a more defensive and sort of holding and really sitting in front of the defence line that's there. And this centre midfield is really sort of pushing up in this direction to support the forwards. The other thing is that these midfielders really sort of become more wings. So they're, if you look at the midfields, their role is they've got a lot of running to do. So they're sort of dropping all the way back in defence, but they also move all the way up forward, right up to the opposition goal there to support the forwards. So they're doing a lot of territory as far as down the right and also the left-hand side. Then you've got your forwards, and again, depending on what formation you're playing, you could be playing with two up the front. So that's your left centre forward and your right centre forward. Another one is where you've actually got just one single centre forward up the front. Or another way is actually to have four forwards. So you've got your left centre forward, your right, and then your effectively your left and right wing. So similar to what I was saying before with the midfield, these guys might sort of drop back a bit, but certainly they are playing much more of an attacking or offensive role. So very much more about pushing forward and really a sort of attacking. But that's what you've got there as far as the four forwards up front. And if I was to throw them all together, this is sort of what it would look like. Now, obviously, if you count all of these up, you've got more than 11 players on the field. But it's really just to say that the position that you play actually depends on the formation that your team is playing. And I'm going to record a separate video about the different styles of formations that you can play. Obviously, the ones that are sort of interchangeable here is really the left wing and left midfield. There's a bit of overlap in here, but hopefully that's helpful. And yeah, check out my other video which takes you through the formations that are also available. All right, cheers. Hey guys, it's Simon here from Soccer Training Central. Just put some slides together on some of the soccer formations that you might play as a team. Look, it's not an exhaustive list, but it's really just to get you started, I suppose, on some of the more common formations that you might want to play. First of all, is the 4-4-2. Is probably certainly by name, it's probably the most well-known formation, and the numbers relate to defence, midfield, and forwards. So in this instance, we're talking about four in defence, four in the midfield, and two in the forwards. So you'll also notice that only adds up to 10. So it generally doesn't include the keeper, obviously, because the keeper doesn't change. So just to take you through 4-4-2. So in this instance, this is where you have 4 on the back. And as I took you through with the video I did on the positions that are available, the sweeper here behind the centre back, their role is really to cover across all of that defence. It's the last line of defence, so really to help try and clear up anything that might come through here. Really important as far as their tactical ability. Now the other one I just wanted to talk about is the midfield. So you've got 4 in the midfield here. Now there's 2 points I wanted to make. First of all, centre mid, whether you have them side by side or you've got one in front of each other. But this one here, this centre mid, their role is much more around certainly controlling the midfield, but they want to be pushing forward in more of an attacking role, if you like. Whereas this centre midfielder here is playing what they call more of a holding role, if you can excuse my writing with the mouse here. So that's more of a holding role. So and their job is really to try and control all of that sort of centre field, and obviously working with the back. So this one also works in the middle, but definitely more of an attacking player. Now with your wings here, so again they're playing in the midfield here, but their role is really to push right up. So if you like, they've got to control that whole channel along there. So both as far as getting back in defence, and but also pushing forward in attack. And it's the same over here on the right. So they've got to control this whole channel down here. So both pushing forward in attack and supporting, trying to put the ball in and supporting the forwards, but also getting back in here to help defend. So that's the 4-4-2. Moving on, next is the formation is 4-3-3. So again, this is starting at the back. So we've got the 4 in the 4 here in the defensive line, and then this time we've only got 3 in the midfield. So the left mid, if you like, still playing that sort of wing role. They've got to push up. Given we've got 4 at the back, they're still probably going to be pushing a bit more sort of forward. Same on the right, but this time you've also got 3 forwards. So you've effectively got a centre forward, a left centre forward, and a right centre forward. So more of an attacking formation. The next one is a 4-2-4. So this is the most offensive, if that is a word in the soccer terms. Certainly the most attacking formation that you can play. So we've got 4 in the back here once again. This time we've only got these 2 in the midfield. So in order to do that, these guys here obviously need to be extremely fit, but also they need to be very skillful because they've got to control that whole area. So you need to have a lot of confidence in your midfield, and obviously the idea is that they can push the ball up into these 4 forwards that you've got in here. So it also requires that you can, between these 6 players, that you can maintain and hold possession. But it does really come down to how skillful these guys are here in the middle. No doubt about that. The next formation is 3-5-2. It's probably also next to the 4-4-2. It's probably the most next common, if you like. So you'll notice here, this time we've only got 3 in the back, so there's no sweeper here. So, excuse me, we're relying on having these 3 here in the middle. And what we've done instead is we've got 3 in the centre mid here. So again, this one's playing a bit more of this centre mid here is playing more of a holding role, similar with this. And this one at the front certainly being sort of pushing up a bit. Again, you've got your left mid and right mid. They've got to cover all of this in defence, but also in attack. And then you've just got your 2 centre forwards. But obviously the left and right mid designed to sort of push right up. But this is quite, normally it might also be sort of spread across here, if you like. So if you think you've got 5 midfielders spread right across here, it's really around a more of a defensive pattern. So you want to really about controlling that midfield, but also having the ability that these 2 on the left and right wings can also push up when needed. And the last one I'm going to take you through is a 3-6-1. So this obviously is very busy in the middle. So you've got 3 in the back. This time we've actually got 6 in the middle. So the idea, if you're going to be playing this, is really, I suppose, really about holding. A lot of congestion through the middle of the field here, so very, very defensive. And you've only got that one centre forward. So for my liking, generally, it's normally playing sort of a 4-4-2, or that previous one I just showed you, which was the 3-5-2. Certainly, as far as the team that I'm sort of coaching at the moment, I'm starting with 4-4-2. I think it's easier for them to try and sort of understand the structures, if you like. But anyway, that's just a quick overview. There are other alternatives that you can play, but they're just some of the sort of the more common ones that you might find. Hopefully that was helpful, and yeah, just check out the website and see what else that we might have for you. All right, cheers.